Hey all, welcome to my garage, the most peaceful place in the Heaton household. I say that my kids are probably going to explode through the door, yelling momentarily. Okay, so we've made it to week 6. We're transitioning into the third and final unit of class. We're almost done. So now we're going to be moving from analyzing and evaluating text to creating our own arguments, which I know intimidates a lot of people because we've been kind of trained to think that our own arguments don't matter and only the arguments of the author matter, and that's just not true. So this skill is the conclusion of critical thinking because it requires you to not just understand a text, but you have to interpret its meaning, analyze and evaluate its significance, and finally, you have to give your own opinion, your own unique idea on the topic. To help you do that, you're going to read chapters 8 and chapters 9 of They Say, I Say. They're called respectively As a Result and Ain't So Is Not. This is going to help you apply your skills. That's my kids. Apply skills in crafting your own argument. So, and you're going to be doing that this week with a pretty controversial text. It is a documentary called 13th by Ava DuVernay. It unpacks the history of the 13th Amendment and its impact on American culture. So, like I said, it's pretty controversial. So, in the discussion board, please make sure that you are addressing ideas. And if you are refuting an idea, make sure that you're doing it specifically and with evidence in a very respectful way. What I want you to be thinking about as you're watching the documentary, ask yourself, is this a valid argument that DuVernay is making? Why or why not? And make sure you watch this week's video, this right here, all the way through, and I can help give you a little bit of clues as well as in the midweek check-in. So once you've gathered what the argument is that DuVernay is making about the 13th Amendment and race in America, what about that argument is persuasive to you if you find it persuasive? What is her evidence? It's going to help to watch the documentary with a pen in hand, so take notes on things that really jump out to you as being persuasive, getting your attention, and ask yourself, do you agree with her conclusions? Why or why not? Make sure you back up her claims, right? So lots of times with things like this, I get students that say, well, it's not persuasive because her evidence is bad. Say, well, why is it bad? Address that more specifically. Do you have evidence that counters that idea? And it's great if you disagree or agree, whatever your opinion is, it's great as long as you're communicating it respectfully and also with evidence, okay? So make sure that you're drawing lines directly from the text, so jot down some quotes. Try to use at least 2 or 3 embedded quotes, and if you stick to the template, that should be really, really easy, right? So there's a link for 13th right there. Now, a lot of you wind up requesting access to videos and films for class. If you're logged into your MyTCC Google account, you won't have to do that. So just make sure that you're logged in through TCC. Or if you have Netflix, you can watch the film for free. Okay, so there's They Say, I Say. And here, let's look at the discussion board very quickly. Okay, discussion board number 5. You'll click Create Thread. As always, in Ava DuVernay's documentary 13th, she argues that race in America is blank. Now be specific here. Don't say something so general that anyone would agree with you. Like race in America is real, or race in America is racist, something like that. Something really general. Be specific. What is she arguing specifically? How is race in America shaped? What's our understanding of race in America? This is most clearly seen in the scenes where blank and blank says. So when I say blank and blank, lots of times you can give me the speaker and also the situation. So what's the context in which the speaker is making this quote? Give me the direct quote. DuVernay also demonstrates the thrust for argument through blank. Give me another scene, maybe another quote. In other words, 13th posits that blank. So now reframe what it is that DuVernay is saying. Make the argument once again. In making this comment, the film implies that blank, and then you have to choose one of these below. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Or do you qualify meaning that you agree with Duvernay, but you would maybe alter it just a little bit. So choose one of those and add that to the rest of your posts. Okay? All right. Y'all are doing well. Make sure to drop in on Google Hangouts if you need assistance, like many of you have been doing, which is great. And I will see you all soon.